The Indian women put on a dominant display as they beat world number 2 Australia 1-0, causing one of the biggest upsets in sporting history. Rani Rampal's side took the lead through Gurjeet Kaur's drag flick in the second quarter, and while Australia had a number of penalty corners themselves, they could not match the intensity of the Indian squad. Their physicality, their intensity. Indian women achieved this feat after men's team 2 reached the semis for the first time in 49 years. And now they're only a victory away from ensuring a medal for the nation. Truly, Indian hockey is in its ascendancy. Meanwhile, the Indian women's team captain Rani Rampal and goal scorer Gurjeet Kaur exclusively spoke to India today after their victory. Rani said she was speechless after their victory. She said she was super proud of the team and how they had told one another to give it all for the 60 minutes of the gameplay. Rani said the team defended really well and converted the chance that they got. She said you need courage to bounce back after 3 straight losses in the first 3 games, but they did it. She said they cried after the loss against Great Britain. India's match winner Gurjeet Kaur also said the mood in the camp is upbeat and their hard work has paid off. She said for both the men and women's hockey team, reaching the semi-finals is a huge moment. Listen in to what Captain Rani Rampal and goalkeeper Savita Punya told India today before their campaign started.
As coach says, Rani, you're in a movie. And in the movie, dreams do come true. But in reality, as Sachin says, if you chase your dreams, they also come true. And you guys are chasing your dreams for the last 5 years with the maximum amount of hard work. And you know what? Good things happen to good people. Rani Rampal, closing thoughts from you before I close it out with Savita.
यस बिल्कुल जो आपने बोला कि सपने देखने चाहिए लाइफ में, सपने सच भी होते हैं एंड अगर कुछ सपने सच नहीं होते तो हमें अपने सपने नहीं बदलने चाहिए, हमें उसके लिए काम का हमें अमाउंट बढ़ा देना चाहिए कि हमें सोचना चाहिए कि शायद वो काम इतना इनफ नहीं है हमारे लिए। एंड जैसे हमारे कोच ने ऑलरेडी बोला कि मुझे भी लगता है, मुझे इस टीम में बहुत ज्यादा बिलीव है कि हम कुछ अच्छा कर सकते हैं एंड क्वार्टर फाइनल्स तक हम जा सकते हैं एंड उसके बाद टूर्नामेंट एक डिफरेंट उसमें शुरू हो जाता है। एंड काफी स्ट्रेंथ है हमारी टीम की कि जो हमें उस स्टेज तक लेके जा सकती है। द मेन थिंग कि हमें अपने आप में बिलीव करना है एंड कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ खेलना है कि हम किसी भी टीम के साथ खेल रहे हैं, हमें ये नहीं सोचना कि हम कौन सी रैंक की टीम के साथ खेल रहे हैं, जस्ट अपना 100% देना चाहिए। एंड ये मेरा भी बिलीव है कि हमने एंड ऑफ द डे हमें अपने आप से पूछना चाहिए मिरर के सामने खड़े होकर कि मैंने अपना 100% दिया या नहीं दिया। एंड आई थिंक ओलंपिक जैसे इवेंट में मुझे नहीं लगता कोई प्लेयर अपना 100% नहीं देगा, बिकॉज बचपन से हम उस चीज के लिए ड्रीम करते हैं कि हम अपनी कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट करें ओलंपिक्स में एंड अपनी कंट्री के लिए मेडल जीते।
सविता, लास्ट वर्ड्स।
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल ऑलरेडी जैसे सब कुछ रानी ने मेंशन कर ही दिया है, बस इतना ही है कि हमने सब कुछ कर लिया है, सब काम जितना हम कर सकते थे। अभी जस्ट छोटा छोटा एक रिवीजन होता है, वो चलता है ऑफ द फील्ड ऑन द फील्ड, बट हमने अपना सब काम किया है। और पर्सनली मुझे खुद को अपनी टीम पे बहुत भरोसा है और हमारे कोचिंग जो भी हमारा जैसे जो प्लान बनाएंगे, अगर सब उस चीज को फ्री माइंड होके करेंगे और गेम को एंजॉय करेंगे तो काफी अच्छा टूर्नामेंट रहेगा हमारा।
Let's listen in to what Indian women hockey team captain Rani Rampal said during 2018 India Today conclave.
रानी, आपके घर में ये तो फेबल बन चुका है कि बारिश होता था, पानी से भर जाता था, उसके बावजूद आप ट्रेनिंग करते थे।
आज से अगर 15-20 साल पहले देखो तो हरियाणा में लड़कियों को घर से बाहर नहीं निकलने देते थे बिल्कुल भी, तो स्पोर्ट्स के लिए सोचना भी बहुत मुश्किल था वहाँ पे। सो जब मैंने फ़र्स्ट टाइम अपने पेरेंट्स को बोला कि मुझे हॉकी खेलना है, सो सडनली वो लोग मतलब उनका रिएक्शन ऐसा था कि पता नहीं मैंने शायद कुछ गलत बोल दिया उनको, और उनकी भी गलती नहीं थी क्योंकि उन्होंने स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में उनको कुछ पता नहीं था उस टाइम पे। और लाइक हर पेरेंट्स चाहता है कि उनका बच्चा लाइफ में कुछ अच्छा करे, लेकिन जो हमारा समाज होता है, हमारी सोसाइटी होती है, समटाइम्स वो हमारे पेरेंट्स को प्रेशराइज करते हैं कि लड़की है, इसको घर से बाहर निकालोगे आपको बैड नेम लेके आएगी। सो मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज था उस टाइम पे हॉकी शुरू करना। और द सेकंड चैलेंज था कि मैं बहुत ही एक पुअर फैमिली से बिलोंग करती थी कि मेरे जो फादर थे वो रेड़ा गाड़ी चलाते थे। सो मुश्किल था कि मैं हॉकी खेलूँ लेकिन मेरे जो कोच हैं सरदार बलदेव सर, उन्होंने मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा मेरे कैरियर में हेल्प किया.
Vidya Malavade is now joining us. She played Vidya's role in Chak De India, the movie. Vidya, today there's been a watershed moment for the women's hockey team. It must be a deja vu moment of sorts for you as well. And a very big question coming up here is, remember in Chak De India, where the true essence of the movie came from how the women conquered it despite all the odds, despite the federation giving more importance to the men's team. The women went ahead and showed the world what they were all about. And truly in that sense, this must be a deja vu moment for you, isn't it?
Absolutely. I feel like this is almost like Chak De 2.0. But of course, that was scripted and that was real. And this is the real deal. And this makes me so proud and so happy. My phone hasn't stopped ringing since morning. So I'm just in this space in my head where I can't stop smiling. I'm just in awe of these women. I think you give us a task, and even if you don't give us anything else, without any support, we'll still manage to come to finals. I think that's
just to get into the mindset of these players today who have made India proud. Vidya, when you must be shooting for that film, there must be a lot of characterization involved of you as a player, with Kabir Khan as your coach as well. When that characterization was happening, what is the one thing that they mentally prepared you for us to even understand what these women players go through?
Actually, I'll tell you what, the way the whole film was done, we were players. We were not, I don't think we had any makeup, nothing that an actor or an actress needs to have. The clothes that we wore were patawa ganjis and pants and tracks. We stayed like that. We were made to, we didn't even have chairs to sit on as such. It was all a part of the plan, I think, by the end of it, where we were made to, I wouldn't say suffer, but we were made to be in that space where, okay, you don't have anything, no luxury. You got to make it like this. Like we'd be fighting with each other to sit on like a bench and things like that. There was instead of a makeup van, they sent us an ST van, ST bus one time. It was just ridiculous. But I think that's what sort of worked. That's what sort of got you into that space of being so gritty and so just wanting to do something. And it probably worked well for the film, as you can see. Everybody loved it. So yeah, it was all part of getting us into the zone of, and this wasn't for like a month or so. This was for a year and a half, all through. Whether we were injured, I have lost my big toenail like 3 times in that year and a half. Every time it would try and grow, I would get hit by the ball, and that was it.
And you were just shooting. You were just playing a character. Just imagine these women who are out there training for years and years to reach to this particular moment in their lives.
Imagine. I cannot even imagine. They say, right, you sort of put your blood and grime in the training process so that you avoid getting bled in the real war. So this is what it is. The training process, I think, is the most difficult. And even on the field, I think, like I said, for us, it was scripted. So we knew what was going. We could do a retake if things didn't go well or the ball went somewhere else or whatever.
Very well said.
For them, it's unreal, the presence of mind to just be there to do, and you don't know what the next step is going to be or where, you're going to hit, where the ball's going to go, or what sort of a play is going to play out. So it's phenomenal to sort of be present in that particular moment and do what is correct. And win and go ahead and win. This is, it's
and if our women could really go ahead and defeat Australia, which is world number 2, I'm sure there are high hopes for them doing extremely well in the semi-finals and eventually go for that gold.
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
I'm saying that if our women could go ahead and beat Australia, which is world number 2, and go on to the semi-finals in such great style, there are high hopes of them really going into the finals and making it to and get that gold back for India. Don't you think so?
Absolutely. This itself is historic in itself, right? 40 years later, 40 years and now we are here. And I just feel like, they should just go play their game the best that they can and leave the rest away. But yes, of course, we're looking forward now. Sort of our dreams have sort of grown and said, okay, maybe, we sort of go.
And Vidya, did you watch the match? Did you watch every bit of it? Were you glued on to your television screens?
I wish I was, but no, I was working, so I haven't watched. But yes, as soon as I finish with everything today, that's the plan. I'll probably go on somewhere and watch it. I'm sure it's available.
And Chak De India needs a sequel now with this particular match and the manner in which they won. Then probably Chak De India now needs a sequel.
I think this is probably the Chak De India sequel, no?
This is the one, isn't it? Yes, you very well said, Vidya. How would you like to, what would you like to tell the Indians women hockey team today? Because you've been in their shoes in a certain way, in that particular character too. You know what they go through mentally, physically. What would you like to tell them today?
I think, I mean, I've been in their shoes. It's very, I don't know. I mean, like I said, for us, it was easy. For them, it's the real deal. But if there's one thing that I can say, I should have learned Mr. Shah Rukh Khan's dialogue, Kabir Khan coach's dialogue, Coach Kabir sir's dialogue rather. But I'll just say that 70 minutes hai tumhare paas, jao apni best hockey khelo and don't worry about the result. We are still here, super proud of all you girls. I wish Rani and her team all the very best. And I hope and pray that we come out the top.
Tell us Kabir Khan's dialogue again. I missed that. The Kabir Khan's one dialogue that resonates with you, that would perhaps resonate now with the Indian women hockey team as they go into the semi-finals too.
Like I said, I wish I memorized Coach Kabir Khan's dialogue, but I can just say a couple of lines. I can just say, 70 minutes hai tumhare paas. In 70 minutos mein apni best hockey khel jao. And don't worry about the result. We are already so proud of you. All the very best to Rani and her team. Just go kill it.
Yes, go kill it. Go for goal. Thank you so much, Vidya, for joining us and reliving your moments too when you were shooting Chak De India. Thanks and appreciate you taking the time out and joining us on this particular broadcast. In fact, I even spoke to former Indian captain Vasudevan Bhaskaran over the phone just about a while back. He too has congratulated the Indian team. Let's listen into what he had to say.
Well, I would like to give full credit to the girls because they lost the first 3 games in the league pageant, and in the last 3 games, including today, they have been very comfortable. That was the biggest mental strength the girls have had today against Australia, the world number 2. Till start of the game, and everybody was putting the bet on Australia can comfortably beat India by a big margin. But India did not allow that to happen because I find the girls had wonderful mental strength, and the ball position and every quarter they dominated. They're not that, apart from upsetting the Australian team, the Indian girls played with a lot of command in all the quarters. In fact, the last 10 minutes, they were not defensive. They are not demanding the 1-goal lead. They kept the ball to themselves and made Australians run after them. That's how the dominance in the girls. And I would like to appreciate all the girls who have done so well. Even people talk about Argentina, the big game on the same final. Why not the girls repeat the same thing against Australia and try to prove that they are much, much more stronger than the other girls?
All right, women making India proud in Tokyo. Let's walk you through. First up, you had Mirabai Chanu. Let's get you Mirabai Chanu on your screens right now, winning that silver for India. PV Sindhu going on to bag the bronze for India. Lavnina, who went, her medal has been confirmed. Kamalpreet Kaur in the discus throw final as well. Let's get you on your screens. Indian hockey team qualifying for the first ever Olympic semi-finals. And these are all the women. These are India's women who have really gone ahead and made India proud. And Indian hockey is on the rise, and the proof is on how they have performed at the Olympics so far. Barring that one anomaly against Australia, India has been on song. They put on another great show against Great Britain in the last state, reaching the semis of the Olympics for the first time after the year 1972. India now needs a victory in the semis to ensure another medal for the nation, and this is how they romped home against the Britishers. Take a look.
The Indian men's hockey team are through to the semi-finals at Tokyo 2020. Manpreet Singh's men scripted history after they defeated Great Britain 3-1 in the quarter-finals. Dilpreet Singh, Gurjant Singh and Hardik Singh were all on target as the Indian men's team overcame a spirited Britain in the last 8. India had taken a 2-0 lead before half-time, but Britain pulled one back through a penalty corner. However, Hardik Singh scored in the final quarter to ensure an Indian victory. Considering India hadn't reached the Olympic semi-finals for 49 years, it is an extraordinary feat for this Indian hockey side. India, however, had won a gold at the 1980 Moscow Olympics, but then the format was different, with two sides who were top after the round-robin stage meeting directly in the finals. India will now face Belgium in the semi-finals, and the entire nation will be hoping for a performance that reminds the world of India's dominance in the sport in Olympic history. A team that has won 8 gold medals in hockey. Sports Bureau, India Today.